Hello, everybody. Just felt like, talking a little bit. It's been a really bad, sad day. I mean, the weather sucks pretty much whole day. I mean, yeah. So I would like to talk about, among other things, why I decided to quit going to these streams, fragrance streams. Fragrance streams. No dreams. Fragrance dreams are not in my a part of my dreams anymore. And by the way, I will not be doing, any more of that stuff where I'm talking about fragrances with K, We can only do, just talking in future. Maybe some singing karaoke. Yeah, why not? It's a pretty everything, after a while gets the same. You have seen it before. I just had actually made a video on this, but then I was like, why not talk about this now? About things that don't feel the same anymore. Well, I wouldn't say nothing feels the same anyway. I mean, I still get my joy and pleasure from both listening to music and playing music and watching boxing and stuff like that. But in the end, there will always be days when you don't have much to do and much to enjoy in, and those days are really the toughest ones to take. Yes. You know what happened actually? Why? Recently in May, I watched this documentary about a band that I remember, from my youth. And that whole thing made me, just very nostalgic. And I hadn't really thought about those days for a long time because, the mid 90s were kind of, very turbulent, or, yeah, kind of turbulent and emotional for me. Yeah, that was when the war in my country ended in Bosnia, and yeah, it was substituted with this kind of pretty bad kind of arrangement. I mean, not the ideal. Oh, hey, Em. Hey, great to have you, sir. Thanks. The, those, but it makes you sad, of course, to remember the times when you felt a lot more, and everything felt better when you were younger, of course. When you were really young, everything was like, a game almost. And now, yeah, it's not the same, of course. Yeah, man. So, yeah, anyway, yeah, I mean, I made this decision 2 nights ago. I was watching, Ross's stream, and people in the chat weren't really interested in communicating with me. They weren't communicating much with anybody. And that kind of made me both, pissed off and frustrated and depressed at the same time. And I was like thinking, they call this community, but, I don't, I would never call it a community, a place like this where everybody is just concerned with their own stuff, with their own bullshit. Oh, Mr. Andy, hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm all right. I mean, just been feeling kind of tired the last 3 days, and the weather is not so good. Oh, Miro. A dobro je, nije loše, malo je ružno vrijeme, umora se malo. Hey, yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, yeah, it can come definitely, and because the best thing, one of the best things that you can have in life, and that's lasting love, romantic love, that hasn't come for me yet. So yeah, hopefully. Nije vruće ovde je onako srednji. Yeah, Frank Sinatra, he was very good, excellent singer, great singer. Not as great actor, but he did get an Oscar. I don't know why. Because, okay, yeah, dole je vruće svugdje, vidim, i u mom Gojnu 33. We must talk in English, Miro, because some people are listening, watching, they don't know this language we are speaking. Mr. Sports Highlights, happy Wednesday. I mean, it's not his fault. I mean, people are very, very, self-absorbed there. I mean, let's face it, and many people, let's say, who are really into this stuff, into perfumes, they will be kind of self-absorbed, and self-loving and, self-serving, because this is about vanity, first of all. Whoever really, really loves this, I mean, there are people like me, I love it because it's lovely, but there are many who love it also because of, like prestige and, everything that it gives them, that's the status and all that. Hey, Bruce Gas, my boxing brother, how are you? Hope you are well, my good friend. So yeah, I mean, I never could, find any common ground with those people. Like they are only there and to talk about their own perfumes and stuff, and perfumes they are interested in, and then but it's all right when if the chatters do that, I can take that. But if the host does, if he doesn't really care about you, the stuff that you are really you want to talk about, if he can't, that's like something that Eugene does, for instance. I don't think he's a very good host, to be honest. But anyway, um, so yeah, I mean, but still, when you are there, you want to communicate. You are nice and saying hello to everybody, and then there are kind of like 60-70% of the chat that doesn't even want to say hello or anything, not interested in talking to you. Then what can you do? Mr. Montree, salute, sir. Nice to have you here. Sorry, I would drop the link, but I fear that crazy guy will once again be. I think he only comes in when K is here. That exposer. So yeah. vanity and being into very like into fragrances. People have like 500 or more bottles. It's kind of crazy. I mean, but it's about vanity. Okay, just mention you. How are you? How are you, my dear friend? I hope everything is well. Yeah. So you know things just don't feel the same now for me. I mean, I just cannot find pleasure and joy with simple certain things that I could before. Like for instance, going to the beach. Like now, it's like yeah, I go there. It's nice. I take a little swim. It's nice, but it doesn't feel like before. I really enjoyed being in the water and swimming, and now it's like I'm there for maybe 5-10 minutes, and I go out and like I don't feel much joy really, or traveling and stuff. Traveling is just a pain in the ass now. I used to think it was so exciting, like on a plane or. Well, yeah, I am pretty well. I mean, thank you very much. I've decided to stop working out, because I just was feeling too tired, and then of course I couldn't work out enough for it to be, worth it, worth paying the membership and all that. So you need to find yourself. Well, it doesn't have to be a wife necessarily. It can be just a partner. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sooner or later. I mean, yeah. So that part is yet to come, and that's the only thing that comforts me, I guess, about life. I still find joy in being creative, like in music or writing, whatever. So I'm lucky to have a certain creative talent and drive also. Oh, Wang, hello there. I never say your full nickname anymore. I'll just call you Fat or Wang. This is a great guy, by the way. So this won't be that very long, this stream. Um, yeah, I know this title feels kind of sad, but this is just about me, This is an observation. It's not meant to be, oh, I'm so sad, why? But it's kind of, it can feel also melancholic, the fuck, the fucking TV. People. Just a second, I'll turn down the damn TV. It was in the nose. Shut up, kid. Ah. I mean, yeah. Also, once you start to go like up in age, your looks start to go down, and it can be very depressing as well. So, I was never a guy who really. I started actually. That's the irony. When I was young, I didn't care that much about the way I looked because, well, I did look good. I was slimmer and had long hair often. So I didn't really care, but I didn't care about if I was very muscular. That kind of started after in my 30s, which is a little unusual. And hello, Mr. Spence. I gotta remind myself to follow your channel. I will now. Whatever you do, boss, be happy. And what you do if you're not happy, keep it pushing, find a space that you feel. Yeah, you're right. Of course, negative. Must never focus on the negative things. It's all right to air your grievances, like that. But like my father, for instance, he focused too much on the negative side of life in the last few years, and then he got sick. That was it. There was no cure. Had he been more positive, for instance, his brother, who was older by 8 years, he got the same disease, illness, but he lived far longer with it because he was so positive, and yeah, very positive and disciplined. And I was really proud of him, because of that. Yeah, it's true, and that's another thing I like, with Joey. He kind of replaced, especially now, Mr. Smelly as the channel to go if you want just to let loose and have fun and talk to people. You know, that's the best thing about that stream. Well, I have stopped now. I mean, yeah, they are just there. I mean, he said to me when I told him I will not be watching stream. He told me, yeah, it's a one track minded stream. He knows it, but what can he do? It's his stream, it's his audience. Fair enough, He doesn't mind, but I mind. So he was cool with it, Anyway, yeah, wherever people talk fragrances, I will not be watching that. I can only watch, streams yeah, like Joey's and RXL because he's a laugh. He doesn't give a shit about anybody. He's or anything. He's a riot. But sticks, yeah, I know. I saw what you said about me. I think it was earlier this year. I don't know where it was on Cuddles, maybe stream or doesn't matter. You said there is sensitive and then there is a boss. And yeah, I mean, I will tell you why that is. Why I am so sensitive. I am something that they call hypersensitive. It means that people who their brain perceives things much faster and stronger than with normal people. To put it that way, with the average people. So that's why you react to everything much more furiously, much stronger, much more intense. So when somebody, for instance, tries to make fun of me, or makes fun of me, you just, feel like in that moment you want to strangle that person, but it passes soon, of course. Just gonna get something to drink now. Starting to get thirsty. Hey, hey. No, I don't know if you have what kind of brain you have. Yeah, but when I was younger, I always felt bad about being a little special. Let's say, you know, I felt, oh man, why can't I be like everybody else? So, you know, healthy and well, healthier anyway. But then, after some years when I was like, maybe it's a good thing that I'm not like everybody else after all. When I met everybody else, to put it that way, I was like, sometimes wherever at work, in a bar, wherever, restaurant, and I would, whenever I was in a big company, let's say with several people, I would listen to them, watch them, and I like go, they're they're kind of boring. Like that's what I would. My first thought would be like, this is that crowd that I so much wanted to be around, like to fit in with. Like I'm like, there's nothing really special about them. So, but anyway, yeah, enough about that. I don't want to, make it sound like I am feeling superior, but yeah, once I had this Christmas party where I worked, and all I could think of was when this ended, when I could go home, and that's kind of sad even. But even though you feel good when you are, I don't feel bad around people, but when they, especially when they start get a little to drink, a little much to drink. if you haven't if you aren't drunk, and it's really not very fun to be around these people. It's not fun to be the only sober guy there at a party, definitely. But yeah, I never wanted to drink. I just knew I wouldn't like that feeling. I just knew I wouldn't take it very well, because I was have been on medication since I was 15 years old, and that's kind of serious stuff. That medication. I mean, yeah, it's not just some kind of flu, whatever, or allergy medications. So yeah, medication. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I never could drink, and I didn't really feel like drinking. I never was really a fan of alcohol. Like hard, especially not hard alcohol. Yeah, so and over here, like it's very hard to find people. I mean, even some people that I knew were from Muslim families. They kind of drank, yeah, too. At least when they were, with their friends. So you want to fit in once again. That's what it's about, right? So it's kind of peer pressure also. So maybe it's for the best when assess the whole situation. If with my youth and all that, maybe it's for the best that I never had, you know, never was a part of a larger group of friends. Yeah, because then that I would also be forced to drink and get drunk, at least a few times. And hey, Steve, how are you, my good friend? I would be forced, to drink and get drunk and do. Then I would do silly things. Of course, that's what you do when you are drunk. And then tomorrow, I'll be embarrassed when people would be tell me what I did last night, and yeah, who knows what else could have happened? I could have impregnated a girl or something. Even when you are drunk, you have no control. When you are really drunk, I mean. And I know my father never could really handle his booze so well. He would get drunk too easy, and I believe that would be the case with me as well. And but he never had any kind of chronic illness like I do, so it would be even worse for me. I don't know. I mean, my doctor told me, when the specialist, no, you cannot drink. Forget about it. You. It's all right to take just one, you know, glass, a few sips of wine, maybe, or beer, but forget about real alcohol. So yeah, when you are young, you're kind of stupid. You feel like, yeah, why not? I want to drink too. Give me whiskey, whatever. But then later you get more mature and you feel like, yeah, it's good thing I didn't drink when I was younger. But yeah, I know for many people, getting drunk is like an escape from the everyday, hassle, and yeah, they feel more relaxed. But tomorrow you feel like shit. Yeah, of course, your head hurts, you vomiting, you. Oh, I had enough of that in my life. Otherwise, I've been sick many times. Like feeling sick and vomiting and having headaches too many times in my life. So now, fortunately, I feel better. Like the last kind of, I don't know, the last 20 or so years, I have been feeling kind of better. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I wonder where Yoshi is now. Probably in the gym. We'll see. Maybe he turns up. So, yeah, man. Nobody's writing anything. Come on. I will not talk before you start commenting again. Silas. Things can only get better. You know that song. It's an old one. Harold, not Harold, Howard Jones. Thank you there, Mr. Spence. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, by the way. People are just not very, you know, communicative always. Yeah, yeah. No, I don't feel really. I don't feel good. Well, don't feel no interest about talking about that. Yeah, I'm not really. I just had enough, of all these fragrance talk and these streams, and it's all right. I will still be buying, when I find something I really love, like I will still be buying those perfumes, those bottles. But now also I do that a little less because I was doing it too much, for a long time, and I will sometimes get disappointed. Too often, I was too quick, to buy something. Yeah, so in the end, I would find out, it's not really what I expected or thought it was. So what I want to talk about. All right, well, we can talk about politics. Why not? Tell me who you support in the U.S. Elections. It's pretty exciting, isn't it? It's like a movie. Dahlia, hello. Why wouldn't I be doing well? Sorry, just kidding. My favorite place to take a woman on a first date. Wow, I haven't been on a first date for a long time actually. So, just somewhere kind of small and more intimate, not somewhere big, crowded. Yeah, just some sort of cafe. Yeah, all right. Hope you are satisfied with that answer. Trump, all right. Interesting. Lots of people with perfume for yacht. What do you mean, like perfume? Yeah, I can see that. Small, intimate hotel. Hey, Mel. Hi, hey. How are you? Uh, I always felt like it was so hard to break the ice and with anybody, not just women, like anybody. If in school also, I guess that's why I struggled to find friends and yeah, I don't know. But I was happy on my own. To tell you the truth, it may sound a little, you know, it may sound a little weirdo stuff, but I'm, I was just like, well, I'm talking about how nothing feels. Don't you see the title? Now everything's ruined. Yeah. Just call him Andy. All right, that's his real name. I'm talking about whatever you want to chat about because I was talking about this and then nobody was following me. Nobody was chatting, So I was like, let's talk about what you want to. Let's even fire up the place and talk about the elections and politics. Fuck it. I'm not afraid of that. To break the ice, yeah. It's hard also when they don't seem to be taking, making the appropriate body language, the eye contact and all that. Or they look also scared, like many girls here seem to do too. No, I don't. Come on, I don't hate him, man. That's not fair. I don't. I like the guy. He's a good guy. Emo, yeah, I'm emo as fuck. Oh, Mr. Dave. No, not this week. Dave, you gotta be nice. What did Yoshi tell you? You gotta listen to Yoshi, right? Or else your ass is fried. Kidding. Be nice. Just a second, I'm gonna find that picture and show it to you. Oh man, such a hilarious one. Mm. Yeah, here it is. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, it's a little hard to see. Doesn't matter. Yoshi with that with that kind of rockabilly hairdo. These streams. I mean, you gotta be a good host, you know. If you're gonna be a shitty host, then why stream? And you are being selfish, right? Of course. But you know, there I've seen quite many bad hosts, definitely. Yeah. Watching Kaylee Cuoco's Instagram story. Kay doesn't like her. Seems like she's getting engaged. Yeah, it's a classic. Yo, she's a genius. Oh no. You know which song I really love singing now? Just a second. Possession Obsession by Hall and Oates. You know there's something you need right here now to fill the space inside of yourself. Oh, money, love, power. When you want to have the number one, first run anyone, crazy till you own them. Mm. You ought to know that better than that, girl. The more that you buy, the less you get back. You can say it's a case of possession, obsession, just a taste of possession, obsession. Brings a case of possession. Hear you say, gimme, 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 yeah. Gimme, gimme, yeah. That's a good. I love it. Hmm. Yeah, you get really crazy suggestions. Moose knuckle. What is that? Compulsions to count percentage of time spent between two lovers can turn an hour into a crime. Oh, all the good times suffer. Do you know it's only jealousy? But you can't help but be haunted by your passion. Now you don't know it's a matter of fact. I can say it's a case of possession, obsession. Just a taste of possession, obsession. Brings a case, possession. Hear you say, gimme, 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 yeah. I love that one. 17 people are here. Wow, nice. Like the stream, please. I like to communicate, you know, but just sharing my thoughts with you, and you know, it's fun just to talk like this and walk like this. Sometimes. I haven't streamed now for a while. I mean, over a week. What's that? Number 6. Gimme, 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 gimme. Well, 40 minutes. 40 minutes in. I mean, what I like about Mel, I can see you like socializing. You are communicative. Thanks. Is that like my version of 69? No, just six. I like communicative people. I don't like people, that are shut in because I myself was shut in for a long time, and now that I've broken out, it's taking me a long time. I just want to hang out with people who are outverted. That's for sure. Jack. Right, right. Forget about it. Forget about it, man. I love those fucking quotes. well, well, I mean, at least you get that's the same as I. I mean, I get my outroverted side out on the internet, so that's why on Smelly's I never was very comfortable joining the panel because there were always other people there and they were talking about something that I wasn't an expert in, so I felt intimidated by their knowledge, like JJ, for instance, and Mr. Clean. You don't like people. What's there to like, really? I mean, I could go on and, complain like, oh, I had a rough childhood and I had a abusive big brother, and but what's the point? What is the point? You are still, if you start wallowing in self pity and like expecting to get anything, what's there to like? Thanks. It was like in that movie, have you seen movie The Town, Ben Affleck, and when he asks his father who is in prison, why he didn't search for his mother, his wife, father's wife, of course. And he was like, I didn't search for her because there was nothing to find, because she had become a junkie, So, and somebody asks me, why are you missing company? Well, what's there to miss really? For a while, I like to be in company, but then, I like everybody to leave after a few hours, unless it's a lady that wants to stay, stay the night. All right. If she wants to stay the night, that's all right. Really, yeah, I mean, movies don't really fascinate me anymore, either. It's all just the same, just repeating the same material and remakes and like Ricky Gervais. I can do an impression of him. When he had the last hosted the last Golden Globes, and he was like, you know, most movies are really boring, lazy remakes. Sequels. I heard there might be a sequel to Sophie's Choice. That would be just like Meryl Streep doing. All right, it's gonna be this one. Yeah, the worst thing, when you are looking for sympathy, but people are giving you a hard time. That's very common where I come from. Like, oh, what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with you. Come on, you gotta, get get a grip. get sort yourself out, and you just get a lot of backlash. So I don't do that. Yeah, I like talking with the right crowd, with people who I know won't judge me, or people who can understand, me, be on the same wavelength. But it's just very exhausting to sit and talk to somebody who doesn't really, who is on a whole other planet than you. Long legs. Yeah, I was in the movies on the third. So it's like 11 days ago. I watched that one, Fly Me to the Moon. Yeah, it's kind of, like a romance, and yeah, set against the backdrop of, those how do you say, space flights and patriotism. Not really my cup of tea, but it was all right. Social Security. Who is Silver? Oh, Silver Ronin. Yeah. He talks a lot and he talks fast, but he's a nice young man, Omar. I like him. I like him because he doesn't, strut around and whatever, feels superior because of what he is. Hey, Captain, that's true, of course. Yeah, and the worst thing is, I mean, it's all right when strangers or people you work with or go to school with don't understand you, but I mean, when people who are part of your own family don't understand you, what's worse than that? I mean, I always felt like my father didn't really understand me, that well, and my mother did more more than he did. But that's fathers, they always have their own expectations, and if you don't match them, you are let down. You are this, that. You are weak. Have no focus. You have no drive. Whatever. So yeah, that's how it is. That's what's so unfair because male children, they have to go through this scrutiny that, like meeting their parents or father's expectations that female children, daughters, don't have to actually. They are like, oh, she is a hairdresser. All right, at least I'll get my hair cut for free. I'm satisfied. But if a son settles for something like lowly kind of occupation, like a plumber or something, or he's like, oh no, gonna have a son that's a plumber. Where did I go wrong? See, no, sure. You're not Japanese, but anyway, I understand. So you know what I mean. I don't think that's always emphasized enough. How hard it is to be a son. No, no, I never wanted to be. I was just an example, like no, no, no. I was never into cutting hair. I mean, I would only. I'll tell you a little secret. For a long time, actually, my mom cut my hair, and I never really wanted it to be cut too short. I like having a longer hair. So yeah, and then I started actually going to a hair. But well, when I was a child back in Boston, I did go to a hairdresser, but they would always cut me the way I didn't want my hair to be cut. too much, in other words. And my father would go in there and say, "Just cut it all," and I love you guys. Yeah, I mean, and of course, if a guy is a hairdresser, then he's gay. That's how they think. Well, I think many of them are, but not everybody, of course. I mean, these people who work in a salon, yeah, they are most often gay, but like barbers, no way. But there's nothing wrong with being gay, of course. Don't cut it. Yeah, the nature cut his hair. You know, years, the age is his barber. That sounds like a tough guy, a gangster. Buzz cuts. Right. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, I mean, and then I have a cousin, a she cousin, who actually is a hairdresser by trade. So whenever she was around, she would give me the best haircut I ever had. Always. Boss cut. Thank you, Dahlia. Or is it Dahlia? Dahlia, right? It's a case of possession, obsession, just a case of possession. Where is Yoshi? Where the hell is my Yoshi? Buddy. Damn him. He's in the gym, I'm sure. It's the thing with the gym now. Actually, I don't think anybody really enjoys working out, right? But they all do it because they feel they have to. And I'm like, fuck that, now I'm not going to the gym unless I really want to. Yeah, thanks. You are the Yoshi Saba. So, you feel like somebody will tell you, oh, you're not going to the gym anymore. You are so lazy. You want to get fat. So it's always these norms and expectations from the society. Like, you gotta stay fit, you gotta look good, you gotta eat healthy. You know, yeah. Mr. Pads, just a second, trying to remember you. Well, I do know who you are. Hey, that's right, you are the Swedish guy. Hey, hey. Actually, he is banned again because he was talking some perverse shit about me in the last Smelly stream. Fuck him. Yeah, that's gonna be a great fight, I believe. Yeah, I am excited and salute, pozdrav, brate. The weather today was pretty depressive, depressing, whatever. But anyway, the last few days before it's been nice, mostly. Yeah, a little shifting, but mostly nice. There was enough sun, and the temperature was just right. Not too hot and not cold. Just hot enough. I sneezed and the screen turned. I mean, my face turned black. Yeah, that means you live somewhere down south, probably. Yeah, hot climate. Yeah, I am originally from South Europe, but where I come from, it never was too hot because of the mountains. There were many mountains surrounding the town, and yeah, bless you, black face. Oh no, hope not. Hmm. Sweden. How are things in Sweden now? Tell me. Tell me. What the fuck is so funny about Fahrenheit? Well, we don't do Fahrenheit in Europe. We use Celsius. I don't know about UK, but the rest of Europe. Yeah, yeah, it's almost always raining. But it's a pretty nice city, beautiful. Well, it's a smaller city, let's put it that way. It's a big town or small city, whatever you want to call it. It's like, I don't know how many, let's see, they used to have like over 200,000 inhabitants. Today it's like 271 10 years ago. It's close to 300,000. I drink Celsius. It's a beverage, all right. Hey, Clem Fandango, you're from Wales. I know really some really great people from Wales. I mean, on Facebook and stuff. Yeah, there you all love boxing. You have the strong tradition in boxing. Joe Calzaghe, he was just amazing, man. But also Jimmy Wild and Tommy Farr and Howard Winston and Freddie Welsh and yeah. Well, sorry to hear that. I know it rains a lot in Ireland and Scotland too, and England. Yeah, why not? Yeah, he was amazing. I mean, I think his record is like 117 to 4 or something, only 3 or 4 losses. Incredible. He was really skinny, but he could punch, really, man. Also, I like Gavin Reese. He was a very clever boxer, skill. Mm. Shout out to, yeah, and Robbie Regan, yeah, or Reagan. I know he had his career interrupted by some sort of illness, some glandular, yeah, something like that. I read about it. That was a shame. No, it's Pepsi Max. Oh, almost now. We are about to reach 1 hour. I never expected that. The way the chat had gone all dead, like 30 minutes ago or something. It always picks up. It's a case of. Yeah. I don't like the whole family. They're like, crazy people. But yeah, I mean, he just squandered his career away after he beat Wilder the second time. He should have fought Joshua, and you know, that's it. Or somebody else. I don't know who else was out there. Andy Ruiz, Joseph Parker, whatever. Usyk. He should have fought Usyk sooner also. Who knows? It's possible. I mean, Dubois has had a very good, last 2 fights. And yeah, He stopped. He won them both by stoppage, even though Hergovich that was on cut. But anyway, he did hurt him pretty good before that. Hergovich just spent himself too soon. I was quite astonished to see him go just go out from the first second, guns blazing, swinging, and he's a big guy, a huge guy. You don't do that when you are like that. Come on, you're not a welterweight. Yeah, he is at the moment, but he won against Otto Wallin, who didn't look good there, and that guy Nagano, who never was a true boxer. So we'll see. I don't know. Why not? Why not? I am also seriously considering of making a shower stream just for the sake of fun. But that will have to be on the phone, of course. I cannot drag my computer or laptop to a shower or make it wet, get it wet. I mean, to put it this way, I would like it if Dubois made an upset, but I think probably Joshua will win. I mean, but there is a chance, of course, of an upset always. Because, it seems like, when Dubois lost to Usyk and he told him, he was consoling him, and he said, "You are a young guy, you still have a lot of time ahead of you. You can you can be a champion, you can, have a good career." And that helped him, obviously. Duncan, he had a shower stream. Oh no. So, I think that kind of pep talk helped him get it right mindset, because he looked really impressive against Jarrell Miller, who was undefeated, and Hergovich was undefeated also. He beat them both by stoppage. Thanks, Wang. I sure hope so. No, man, it is. The summer is going towards the end. Well, here sometimes in September it can be a little summery also, as I'm sure it is over there where you are. Yeah, he is just the perfect champion, perfect boxer. You cannot ask for more. Humble guy, religious guy, nice to his opponents, respectful, and a great fighter with skill, with balls, with the chin, everything, even power. We saw now against Fury, he actually does have power if he hits. If he hits you right, the right way. Yeah, he can knock anybody out. If he could do that to Fury, then he can do it to anybody. Yeah, it's a pity that the referee kind of saved Fury from getting knocked out there. Yeah, it is crap. Hey, thank you, Clem. Thank you very much. Balls to the chin. Yeah, he's got balls and the chin and a fist power. You know, this is gonna this is gonna laugh you up. But long ago, I read there was a boxer like in the early 1900s. His name was, brace yourself, Dick Power. Imagine that. It was so funny. There's like this clip. I don't know which fight it was, but the announcer was like, saying the names of those who are in the commission or the judges, and he said even like John Thomas and Dick Young. And everybody was laughing. He was like, "Please, ladies and gentlemen." All right, like Dick Richardson, yeah, he was also Welsh heavyweight, but he was born much later. Interesting. Monmouthshire. I think that's like on the border with England, yeah. The south east Wales. I love my geography, so don't be surprised that I know Dick Johnson. Yeah, right. Come on. Stop it, Spence. Where is Mel now? Mel is obviously absent because she isn't laughing. Yeah, you know what? I started watching because I first watched that show, the spin off, Better Call Saul, and I liked it. Now I started watching the first season of Breaking Bad. When that went on the TV, I never was interested. I don't know why. It didn't look like a very fun show to me. And yeah, that's right. No, it's all right. Don't worry about it, pal. Don't worry about it, pal. Now I remember how Conan O'Brien faked a Scottish accent or tried to talk like a Scottish guy. You always gonna get off me, Castle. I love Scotland. I love Ireland. I love Wales also. But yeah, the stuff that's going on. All right. All right. Cool. Thank you. The stuff that is going on in England or has just has just ended, I guess. That was some bad shit. Well, I do own, I don't know, 7, 8, something like that. I like because I like them. It gets hot. I mean, yeah, I get hot. Yeah, gun show, baby. Yeah. So anyway, the stuff in England, and Wales, I guess it was also it started there. Something. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That just shows how crazed everybody has become. There are so many problems in Europe, in general, in Western Europe, with, yeah, of course I do. And with long sleeves also, actually. I mean, okay, what was I gonna? Yeah, I mean, there are many problems in UK. I'm not just gonna blame it on immigration, but it's a part of it definitely because people say, "Oh, you're an immigrant yourself," but yeah, but that was then. This is now. Yeah, so I came here in 1993, so it was a very different time. Back then, it felt good, like to be an immigrant here. No shower stream. No, not tonight. Sorry. But now, it's just, yeah, kind of gone too far, I feel this massive immigration influx, it must end definitely. Because this has just shown how pissed off these people are about this situation. I actually watched this woman. She was from Holland, talking. I don't know, in the EU or whatever what it was. She was, this beautiful blonde woman. She was talking about how, in Brussels today, 70% of the population are of foreign extraction. 70%. Imagine that. And in Amsterdam, it's like 56, and London, I think 54 or something. So, well, I don't know. Probably. All right. You have your fun, Spence. So, yeah, this is it's really, out of control. This. Oh, Victor. Hey, hola. How are you, my good friend? Talking about problems in UK now. Nobody seems interested in talking about that. Do you not want to talk about anything serious? God damn you. Are you not concerned? No, I'm not that sleepy. I just, you know, I'm kind of tired, and I woke up. Well, I did sleep enough anyway, 7 hours. So, yeah, it's just that the weather is terrible today. I hate these extreme changes, So, and I wrote about this years ago. This problem. Sorry, too late for that here. The thing is, the way I see it, and I've been proven right, that people who come here from poor countries, right? They come initially to make money, and and they always think, oh yeah, I'm gonna return home eventually. But then they don't, because they realize they are better off living here than there where they came from. And so, more and more people just keep doing that, and then those countries get this stay instead of returning back with the wealth, with the money they earned, and investing in a business, let's say, trying to do something good for a country. They don't. They just stay in these countries, and that's why their own countries cannot prosper. They cannot flourish. So there you go. That's the gist of it. The core of the problem is nobody is willing to take a gamble. Yeah, it's a gamble. I was thinking about it some years ago. Like, I was feeling like I wanted to start a business in Bosnia. And I was like, why doesn't anybody, why are so few people, willing to do this. I mean, it is possible actually to do this, to do it, to invest in a business and have a business there. But yeah, of course, there are challenges. So that's is why they don't want to face these challenges. They rather stay here where it's cozy and where they are more comfortable, not having to take any risks. And yeah, then they what happens is you lose your identity. Also, that's the for me one of the worst things about leaving your country and moving to another country for a long for good. So go ahead, tell me what you think about what I just said. This is something I just got an idea. This is gonna be my next video, next theme. I was thinking this way like 7, 8 years ago, something 9 maybe. But already back then, it wasn't very, accepted to think like that. I know when I published this on Facebook, and nobody was really, nobody liked it or reacted, or just I got one. My cousin, she joked with me like, "Why don't I go back?" And yeah, I would if I knew that, but I have certain challenges, like medical challenges, to put it that way. Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna have to cut the stream short. Anyway, I was gonna end it anyhow soon, but I've got the urgent need to visit the the bathroom, the restroom, however you call it, WC. So, all right, thank you for joining me tonight, and this was a joy as usual. See you all soon, and bye.